want to talk about check cutting. A couple things before we get started. The first thing I'd like to talk about is how you hold on to the checks. So typically, when you grab a stack of checks, this is a stack of 20. Typically what you're going to want to do is when you put your hands over the top of these, turn it over and just make sure that you have your middle finger and your ring finger exactly opposite from your thumb. And then you have your index finger across from the pinky. So this is the correct positioning to actually get started as holding the checks. The next thing is, I want you to kind of take note of while my arm is out, my elbow is out a bit. So when we're cutting checks, you want to picture your hand basically parallel with your tray, which puts my elbow out a little bit. Okay. So we're going to start with the red checks. You cut them in stacks of 5. So what we'll do is we break off 5. You're going to take the next stack, the extra stack, set it back just a ways. And when you're pushing it back towards the first stack of 5, basically my pinky and my thumb, they're in there quite a bit. They're going to be pushing the stack forward while the rest are coming around the stack. Your index finger does most of the work where it slides across, starting from at least the middle of the check and popping up any extra. So we're basically proving that this stack is the same height as this stack. And then the same process. Set it back here, pinky and the thumb, push it forward. You almost want to push it to where it actually taps these two stacks. It kind of keeps everything nice and clean and tidy and easier to break apart. So again, index finger slides across the top here, pops up any extra. And then I set my last stack of 5. Very important. I'm definitely going to still take this last stack, slide it up against the last stack you have, and prove that it is the same height. A lot of this is going to be for surveillance. So I'm going to size this in here, run my finger across here, and then the last thing you're going to do, probably using your middle finger, ring finger, and the thumb, what we call a splash. You're going to splash them like this. And now I'm showing the supervisors, surveillance, the cameras that are looking straight down. They can see how many checks are in each stack here. I've just proved that there's 5 checks in each stack. Also, what's really important when you do that last splash, that you clear your hand. So I splash, I turn my hand over just for a split second, show the cameras I have no more checks left in my hand. Then you're going to come back around, we'll stack it back up. Again, using your pinky and your thumb, and notice where my index finger goes. So you're not going to grab on, we don't want to cover the top check so much, but when you are stacking them back up, you have your index finger on top. And these fingers are grabbing, and we just keep stacking till we get to the top here. So I'd like to do it again, show you again. You're gonna, after you get used to handling the checks, you're gonna kind of get a feel for what 5 is. Sometimes people will drop and there's only 4 here. You're fine, you go ahead and just drop another one down. Okay, so once I realize I have 5 checks, run into here, set it down, size into it. Remember, this is almost like opening a pop can. So you're kind of grabbing the extra. Got 5, size into it, pop up that extra. Pop up the extra here, then splash, show the camera, empty hand, stand it back up, using my index finger only for the top check,